FBU National Championship is brought to you by Zenith, makers of the X2 football helmet.
It's year 2 of the road to San Antonio, and we've got you covered here on the FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview shows. Today, Team Northern Virginia. Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Neil Sika. Mike Anderson is the team director for the team just outside of Washington, D.C., and we'll get an in-depth look at how his clubs are shaping up right after these messages.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by East Bay, where the athletes are.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University, the most exclusive football training in the country, invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
FBU, know.
Hi, everyone. This is Neil Sika, your host for the 2012 FBU National Championship. And for the very first time, exclusive coverage of every game at the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade level. In conjunction with Swink.tv, you can sign up for the FBU Field Pass on FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. Check out our full game, highlight, and combo packages. And we'll see you on the FBU Field Pass. And we are back here on the FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show. We're talking Northern Virginia and double duty for Team Director Mike Anderson, who's got the Maryland area, but he also keeps an eye on Northern Virginia, and it's a vast array of talent all over the D.C. Metroplex, if you will, when you're talking about some of the largest counties in the state of Virginia: Alexandria, Fairfax, Arlington. And Mike, speaking to that as we talk about the 6th and 7th grade teams and really just your whole populace of players, when we speak of Northern Virginia, where's the concentration, the most of these athletes coming from?
This year, because we don't have a camp, an FBU camp in Northern Virginia yet, 2013 will be the first year for that camp, and I'm responsible for putting that together too. We're still building the brand in Northern Virginia. And so right now, the majority of our kids on this year's team are coming from the Fairfax County area. Mm-hmm. We've got some good kids that came down from Loudoun County, not nearly as many as we had hoped this year. I think we'll get those kids next year. And we've got some pretty good athletes that came up from Prince William County. But Fairfax County is where Bishop O'Connell High School is. That's where we practice. That's where the 8th grade coaches, that's where the 8th grade coaches come from. So most of our kids coming from Fairfax County this year.
Mike, tell me a little bit about this 6th grade team, new and unveiling, just like every other 6th grade team across the land. They'll play in the 1st and 2nd rounds.
Yeah, interesting team. I really like the coach. We got a youth club coaching staff. Leading this group. Adrian Flores has been, in the youth club football game for a while. Has a great feel for the kids, and we think they're going to be pretty good. They had a scrimmage against the top team from Prince William County. They did pretty well. I like this quarterback, Presley Edwards. Presley showed up at his father brought him all the way out to Gilman to Maryland tryout before he realized that we were having Northern Virginia tryouts, and he really caught our eyes out there. So he's going to be starting at quarterback, and he's pretty good kid, real accurate for his age. And then we got a tailback, Brandon Bell. It looks like a little miniature version of Ricky Williams. Big legs, sharp and cut and move. I'm pretty excited about those two kids. And that offensive line is coming together. It's going to be pretty much a run-dominated team.
Will we see that maybe out of the 7th grader? You mentioned run-based team. The 7th graders have a chance to compete for a national championship down in San Antonio this year, unlike last year where they were playing the undercard games. What about your 7th graders?
And my 7th grade team is coached by Eric Henderson, and Eric's the head coach at West Potomac High, defensive coordinator, Blake Braddock right now. He's got a son that's a major D1 prospect, Caleb Henderson, about 6'4", 225. So he runs a vicious spread offense. He got a quarterback named Stanley. I did not get. We just keep calling him Stanley, and I don't remember. I didn't catch his last name yet. I'm gonna get that name for you. Hopefully, this kid will make everybody know what his last name is. But he's a good-sized quarterback and run and throw, and he's really driving in this offense. Exciting tailback, last name is Jennings. That's really quick and catches the ball well out of the backfield. And the offensive line is not really big, but with the offense that they run, they really don't have to, because the ball gets out of the quarterback's hands pretty fast. So, those two have a pretty exciting tournament. I'm hoping my Maryland team advances to play this Northern Virginia team so we can really see which one of these 7th grade quarterbacks is the best.
Yeah, that's a regional rivalry for sure. And going back to your point, his name, Stanley, if that's the only name you need to worry about, if he's as good as advertised, then that's the only name you'll need to know with the 7th grade team, that's for sure. Mike Anderson is joining us. He is the team director for Northern Virginia. We'll talk about their 8th grade team on this FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show right after this.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athlete.
Hey! Push it good. Lift! Look at the hands, look at the eye level. I like it.
Let's take 5 hits and let it go.
He was bouncing right there. He ran right to you.
It's only one ball, and everybody should be running to the ball.
Control the wrist.
Watch my knees, they go out like what? I'm climbing a big tree.
Power comes from what? Through your feet, through your hips, through your palms of your hand, guys.
I've been playing chess since I was 9 years old. Chess helps me stay focused. It helps me stay aware. It helps me anticipate my opponent's next move. To see his strategy, find his weakness, and exploit it. Chess prepares my mind for battle, because victory requires my strength, my speed, and my intelligence. My name is Ray Rice, and I am an enlightened warrior.
Introducing the Youth Football Coaches Association, the premier online resource dedicated to improving coaching effectiveness and promoting youth safety for all volunteers. Register free at yfbca.org and begin receiving free youth coaching information, monthly newsletters, certification, and background checks. The most up-to-date concussion information, drills for all positions and skill levels. Learn all types of offensive and defensive plays. Join us at yfbca.org, where we are making good coaches great teachers.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. There is no substitute.
Neil Sika back with you on this FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show. We're talking Northern Virginia. And remember, these Field Pass Team Preview shows are presented by Jersey Mike's and powered by New Tech. Mike Anderson is the team director for the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams. Also doing that job with Team Maryland, but here with Team Northern Virginia. Mike, speak a little bit to these 8th graders. They had a matchup with Maryland in the first round last year. A new opponent will be their bed here this December 1st against Central Virginia. But this 8th grade team, what kind of offense, defense, guys that we should keep an eye out for should we expect here in 2012?
Hey, this team is I think everybody's going to like this team. Extremely well coached. We're running staff from Bishop O'Connell High School. Those guys are over there just doing a phenomenal job teaching these kids big-time high school football. So their offense is going to be varied. It's going to be about 50-50 run pass, mostly basic sets, but they do some shotgun. We got 3 quarterbacks that are all pretty decent. A young kid, Keitlinger, last name Keitlinger, looked pretty good in practice. And then Tyrone Crabb and Jaden Riley. We're still not exactly sure who's going to start at quarterback. They've been in a battle for almost 2.5, 3 weeks now. So whichever one of those kids starts out and gets the first call at quarterback, I expect them to be effective. And a big giant fullback named Keith Evans that tore my spring and summer grassroots youth football league up. He also made a Team USA squad, 15 and under squad this past year. So I expect him to be really hard to tackle. And running behind 2 offensive linemen, it's rare that you highlight offensive linemen, but these 2 kids are 2 of the best football players at the 8th grade level that I've seen. Johnny Jordan is a left tackle. He played on my Loudoun County War Eagles team as a 7th grader. And Daniel Renard, he called Daniel the boss. This little kid, is an absolute monster at guard. Those guys play defensive line and offensive line. So, I expect them to control the line of scrimmage. They got a tight end whose name I don't know yet, but on the back of his jersey, Neil, they just call him the Punisher.
Well, that's good enough to strike fear in me, I'll tell you.
So we line the balls up next to Johnny Jordan, next to the Punisher. I think these kids are going to be pretty good. We got a wide receiver named Demarius Pitts that can stretch the field as well. So not as explosive and don't have the names that are as big as my Maryland team, but well coached, hard working kids, and the game of football on any given Saturday or Sunday, you guys know what can happen.
8th graders from Team Northern Virginia. They will take on Central Virginia. That's December 1st, this Saturday. Woodrow Wilson High School in the D.C. area. Real quickly, Mike, the Central Virginia team, new to the fold out of the Richmond area, and a team that's confident, that feels they can play with a lot of balance. What do you know about them, and what are your concerns maybe for this first-round matchup?
You know what? They had a 7th grade team last year that really took it to my Maryland team. Beat my Maryland 7th grade team pretty badly. But, so we don't know what to expect from them. They had some size. They definitely had some speed from what I can remember last year. I don't remember the systems being that complicated, but they just out-physical this last year. So I expect them to come back bigger and stronger than they were last year. And, hopefully we'll do a better job. I know the Virginia team will do a better job with them this year than my Maryland team did last year.
Well, the one advantage both the Virginia teams and Maryland will have, they're playing close to home. Eastern North Carolina will have to travel. This is the southern part of the East Regional. We've been talking Team Northern Virginia with Team Director Mike Anderson. Mike, it's always a pleasure, and great stuff as always. Thanks for enlightening us on the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders from Northern Virginia, and best of luck on the road to San Antonio.
Appreciate you so much, man. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Good stuff. Mike Anderson, Northern Virginia Team Director. And we will be back with a final word on this FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show right after this.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by School of the Legends, voice of the players.
Hey everyone, this is your FBU National Championship host Neil Sika, and I got to tell you what, I am looking fly in my official East Bay FBU team licensed apparel, which you can get for a limited time only on FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. Orders must be in by December 10th, And you can have that hoodie to keep you warm no matter where you are across the country, or that bag to carry all your gear on the road to San Antonio. Visit the officially licensed team apparel store on FBUNationalchampionship.com.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University. The most exclusive football training in the country invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
You know.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Zenith, makers of the X2 football. The FBU National Championship is brought to you by East Bay, where the athletes are.
I've been playing chess since I was 9 years old. Chess helps me stay focused. It helps me stay aware. It helps me anticipate my opponent's next move, to see his strategy, find his weakness, and exploit it. Chess prepares my mind for battle, because victory requires my strength, my speed, and my intelligence. My name is Ray Rice, and I'm an enlightened warrior.
Hey everyone, it's your FBU National Championship host Neil Sika. On the road to San Antonio this year, don't forget, you can visit our official merchandise shops at every regional site across the FBU National Championship. We've got hats, hoodies, game tickets, and backpacks. Take full advantage and gear up today for your FBU National Championship on the road to San Antonio. We'll see you there.
Hey! Push it good. Lift! Look at the hands, look at the eye level. I like it.
Let's take 5 kicks and let it go. He was bouncing right there. He ran right to you.
It's only one ball, and everybody should be running to the ball.
Control the wrist. Watch my knees. They go out like what? I'm climbing a big tree.
Power comes from what? Through your feet, through your hips, through your palms of your hand, guys.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athlete.
3, 2, 1. Thanks for watching our FBU National Championship desk shows. We're on the road to San Antonio. You can catch all the action by visiting FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com and take advantage of our pay-per-view model. Extended content can be found at Facebook.com/National Championship or on Twitter at FBU_NC. I'm Neil Sika, and we'll see you on the road to the Dome. Until then, so long.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. There is no substitute. School of the Legends, voice of the players.